Greetings, fellow mayors. This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to the Masterclass series for new and veteran players to help improve their city building and city management skills.
We have returned to Hanami Bay, and to recap the previous episode, what I did was I relocated the farming industry that was on this side of the map and we placed them onto the north right here. And I am really enjoying this view of our low to mid-rise buildings and with a just a small portion of high density, so it's not like overly demanding or prominent throughout the city. And this is our new farming area. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. And I've also incorporated the countryside buildings, which so these are low density residential, and I'm able to mix them in to our design. So some of them should be popping up. I believe this is another one right here. It unfortunately is the same building design. Oh, here it is. Here's another one. Just place it here, and there are a few more popping up, such as this one. So it really blends well with the entire city. We have more there, and I'm pretty sure there are more zoned in this side. However, during the process of this, we started to experience abandoned buildings. So people were complaining about not enough goods. So if we take a look, it will say it was abandoned, and it should say because there were no goods to sell. But for now, instead of panicking, what I'm going to do, I notice that it is also historical. So when it is historical, they will not uh, automatically demolish. So I have to demolish it myself. And with that, I am not going to immediately panic and start trying to add more goods. So for now, the only thing I will do is first just delete these, and then we're gonna see if any more demands start to appear. So I have one here, right? It's saying not enough goods, but for now we're gonna see if it's overly exaggerated where the demands are throughout the entire city. Then that is when I am going to start solving things. Okay, so I notice here and here, so eventually they will also abandon. So what is the solution to that? And as you can also see, we also have a medium to high demand for commercial and offices or industry. So how do we utilize this because we have no residential demand? So one thing we can do is, so for instance, this is already a park. It already has countryside living. What I can also do is I can click on this one, and then I can create a farming industry type. So if I click on this, you're gonna see that appear. So that means if I zone regular yellow industry or this one, they will appear as farming industry. So I'm not sure many people know about this. So I'm just going to zone maybe up here 4, then 3, and we're just going to do times 3. So again, I have these zoned in, but our residential demand is quite low. That's why it is not appearing. So I am just going to continue zoning this, which should help reduce our demand for industry. So let's find out where else I can place. So this can have our residential on this side, and you just have to keep in mind the distance of the pollution. Actually, this might be wrong. The pollution might seep all the way there. Let's check. Oh, okay, it's just a little bit on the border, so that's perfect. So I can leave it alone, and I'm just going to continue adding more despite the fact that the demand dropped. Okay, I believe I have zoned in as much as I can while utilizing this. And now, since we're like basically at the end game of the city, we only have one milestone left. We only have 5,000 population left to go. One thing you always want to check is your traffic flow. So we have pretty good traffic flow at 89, but nevertheless, even though it does say around 80 something to 90 something, you still have to look carefully of where traffic is occurring. So the most red is right over here. So to understand what's going on, you gotta also understand the roads that you're using. So for instance, I am using the small road that has 4 lanes, two on each side, and you notice that it has a double solid line in the middle. So the double solid line, in terms of traffic terms, basically just means you cannot cross going to the other side. So what does that mean? So for instance, this side has buildings attached to it. Therefore, so some of these will have trucks going out or vehicles going out. When they go out, they only have a choice to go right when they emerge outside. Therefore, we need to provide an alternate way for them to go to the left. So from here, I could align it from here, from this end. Let's say I add here. However, what it will do is it will turn left and then they have to turn all the way around again. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to align it here and I'm going to create roads going on this end instead. So now, as you can see, this truck turned left and then it will immediately turn back. So what now, before I did this, all the vehicles had to go all the way over here trying to find their way in order to return. But now we have a less location for them to turn, which should help reduce the traffic. So I'm just going to simply zone this side, and let's make sure there's power going to the other side here. Oops. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any electricity. I'll just use this one. Okay, and now let's observe other traffic things. So this one also had severe traffic. So if you take a look at this, it is conflicting. So vehicles are coming from this side, going to the left, while from here is going to the right. So that means I did not fix this properly. This should have the other way. So now, if I rotate this, oops, what's going on? Okay, there you go. So now that should be a little more efficient. This was unintentional, but I think this is not bad. I think this also works because there's like so many vehicles from this end going there also that it's also causing an immense amount of traffic. So therefore, I'm going to leave that demolished as is, and I am just going to simply just zone here and probably make another uh, like little turn. Let's put one right here in the middle. Okay, that should be good. So we're gonna re-observe this in the future and see if the traffic here reduces. There you go. As you can see, this one already has some massive changes right here. The traffic is now somewhat here, but you gotta wait a while until you start to try to fix things. Let's see. So these are again historical buildings, therefore they could not be redone. Okay, so now again you can see the demands for commercial and industry or offices went up. So what is the most efficient way to do this? We can add offices, and we also could just add uh, commercial. And let's try to add more of the yellow zoning. I'm going to zone on this end. Let's just create our road. And then from this side, I am going to dezone this, and we're going to try a different zone type. And I am also going to zone yellow industries here. However, there will be a specific zone type. So first, I'm going to create my zone type. Let's choose a smaller one. And then I'm just going to zone here. Then I am going to click on the district, and we are going to make this into industrial evolution. So industrial evolution works just like basically a normal yellow industry. However, they have different building models. So for instance, this one. So this is also industrial evolution, but you notice they don't have too many chimneys, and they also blend well with the square type mid-rise buildings. So if you look here, these are mostly commercial and residential. So if I place those in here, it should look similar. So I am going to put this on this end. So we're gonna put commercial on this side. Uh, this thing is cracked. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to remove that completely. There you go. So now the zone has disappeared. Then we're just going to zone this one. I think I'll make it go up to here. And we're gonna experiment with this one. However, this side, I want this to be different. Let's see. So this one should be zoning in just normal commercial. Yep, so these are the normal commercial buildings, I believe. Yep, they are normal. But instead, I'm gonna change it to, let's change that to um, commercial wall-to-wall buildings. I just want to see what it looks like, because I've not utilized this zone type in quite a while. So it'll be fun to see what it looks like, because this series has been experimentation for me, uh, trying to do different things to see what the outcome would be. Like for instance, using the emerging downtown. So now I understand that they are both good and bad. The residential is great, but the commercial, I think, is not as great compared to the local and organic produce. So why is that bad? So for instance, this one. So this is the emerging downtown building. It has a highly educated people requirement of 5. So the bigger ones go up to 9. So you can see, so this basically means that you need a lot of highly educated citizens. While this one, this is the local and organic, you can see it is absolutely zero highly educated. So where does the zero highly educated go? They can go to your offices, which is much more uh, useful. So this is why I think the emerging downtown commercial buildings is not as good as the local and organic. And oh, what's going on here? Oh yeah, so these are level 1. When they reach level 2, then they will look more like these buildings right over here. So we're gonna have to wait for that. So on this end, so as you can see, this will continue to rise. And the best method to, or the best use of zoning for that is we're gonna be using the DOC of hotels and retreats. So I will just do a little bit of this, and then I will explain why it is efficient. So hotels and retreats can be found over here. So all you need to do is put down a building, and then it has requirements. So for instance, let me just put one down for the meantime. Let's put one over here actually. Okay, it is merging with this building. So as you can see, this will require shopping, which is commercial. It will also require offices and a sightseeing location, basically parks. And this one will also require nature, so it will require trees or nearby water source. So this means it is not good to be here. But as you can see, it requires these two, which is absolutely perfect because this is what we need on this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up here. So first thing I want to do is add a scenery. So let me just create this. And I'm gonna put something in the middle. Let's find a unique building that would fit perfectly. Let's just go check one of these things. This should fit. This is a little big actually. Yep, this is actually quite humongous. So we need to make it a little smaller. Or oh, I realize now why it's not zoning because I used this one, the toggle zoning. All right, that was a mistake on my part. Let me just add in all the zonings on this on both ends. Well, would you look at that? She fits perfectly. And now let's go ahead and create our roads. Okay, so some time have passed. I've been playing on times 3 speed, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of not enough goods complaints, except for this guy. But I think this was oh, what is this? Oh, that was a mistake. I should have left it alone. There was a chopper there trying to rebuild it, and I killed it. Let's see. So let me check. I think there's pollution nearby. It was complaining about something. I did not see what it was. In any case, oh, and this is complaining also about something. Too few services. All right, we can fix that. No problem whatsoever. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add in these things. So this will require. So if I put this down somewhere here, let's go ahead and fix our roads first. I'm sorry. Okay, so now that we have our road layout, I'm going to place this right over here, and we're going to place another one on the other side. So as you can see, instantly it fulfills this one. We have nature because it's kind of near the water, and now we just need these two ends. So first we will put in our zone. So we have our district set, and I am going to make this into let me go. Where am I? We're gonna go here, and we're going to make this into an IT cluster. And when we go back to this one, oops, sorry. Then from here, let's see. I could change this into, let's see what we have. Mid-century modern, that's also possible. Modern city center. Yeah, let's try out this one. Modern city center or shopping malls. Yeah, let's try shopping malls. See what they look like. And I'm not sure if it's high density or low density. Let's try this first and see what appears. And for our offices, I'm just going to zone from here. So you kind of need to control your office zoning. Okay, so it appears to be drugstore, outlet shop. Let's see. Okay, so I believe the this setting for shopping malls is low density. Yeah, they are low density. So this side, let's see. Or for both. I actually forgot. It might be yeah, it is low density. These are low density buildings. So I'm going to do, yeah, I'll just keep that one. Why not? Why the heck not? And we now just need to continue zoning. And if we look at this, it instantly fulfills its requirement. So I'm just going to increase this, and we could continue to add more. Let's try this one. So this pretty much has the same story. I am simply just going to zone on this side. So the inner part, my strategy is the within the block is the offices, while on the outskirts are the low density or the commercial buildings. So when it comes to redundant buildings, I can go ahead and delete some of them, and we're gonna hope that something different appears. So now if you look at this one just requires offices. This has everything except for this one. We could add a building here, I believe. So what does these buildings do exactly? So we are trying to reach up to level 5. And when you reach level 5, it will unlock these other buildings. We're going to have an ocean resort. And we could definitely design something here in this bay. Ooh, we got some flooding on this end. We did, however, unlock a few more things. For instance, this one. This requires shopping and a lot of sightseeing. So let's try to put her over here and see what happens. Uh, we don't have much of this, so I think it needs to be close to this building, or we simply need to add another one. So for now, I'm just gonna keep it as is, and we're gonna try to put a unique building on this side of the map. Let's find something, let's see, something a little small. There you go. It popped up. 100%. I'm not sure what happened to this zoning part. Let me just redo that. Okay, so I've added this. We need just a few more to reach 5,000. Oh, you could also like select your logo. So I'm gonna go with this, and the color. Let's just go kind of red. There you go. And let's see what else can we do. Oh, we forgot to add in service buildings. So let's go ahead and add those. So let's add a police station on this side. And I've also have not determined how our what do you call this? Our trams will reach here, but that's okay. At least we have the layout ready. And all I need to do is just continue adding more buildings. Oh, some of them are not efficient, such as this thing. His issue is not enough offices and commercial for some reason. So let's go ahead and add more. I'm not sure why that's not triggering because it's right next to it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it had crime. So when there's crime, it doesn't function properly. Okay, that made sense. This one, yes, this one definitely does not work. So I'm going to delete it. Okay, there you go. So now everything should handle itself on that end. And I can just continue adding more hotel buildings. Let's try this one. This requires a lot of uh, commercial, so let's see if we can place them. I think over here will be fine. Yep, fulfills that. We do not have this though, so we need some parks on this end. So let's try to add in parking, and hopefully it will consider. Yep, there it is. That might be too much parking, however. Let's reduce that. Yep, fair enough. That works. And if you look, it should get closer and closer. And that's how you kind of utilize hotels and retreats. So you basically earn money because, as you can see, it earns you profit while building your city, fulfilling its needs of residential and commercial, and you earn money on the side as well. Okay, so while the flooding is taking place, I am going to add in our design in the middle, similar to this that I've been doing all throughout the city. We got the fences, the trees, and the pathways, and of course the parks. So I'm going to do that while the water slowly dissipates. Okay, let's check out the progress of our thing. What is the highest paying? Let's check what else is available. Let's try out the small hotel. So this requires a lot of offices, so maybe we can place it on this side. And if we check, yep, it just needs more shopping. So I'm going to add shopping on this side. And we're going to try to do the same here. I'm not sure why that one there is not appearing. I think it's fine. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, shopping is going in. This one is full. We can make this max. I can also make this one max. And if we check the manage, we are now level 3. So small hotels is the most profitable. So let's go ahead and try to add more small hotels. In fact, I may even decide to delete some of these small ones just to replace them. Oh, and here are the taller buildings. Wow. I may have to relocate these from here. As you can see, it requires shopping, which is no problem. We're just going to zone on the other side. Oh, my mistake. Yeah, it is shopping. I thought it was offices. No, that's correct. We need more shopping. this requires some nature and some shopping. I wonder if we could try to fit this over here. Oh, it needs some sightseeing. Let's see. I think parking would do, right? Or a small park. Probably a small park will suffice. Nope, still not enough. So we just need just to add a few more. Let's increase this. There you go, 25. Let's make this 100%. Let's check these things, 100% as well. Got a profit, 5,000 income per week. So if we check here, yeah, this should, there, 15,000. We have more than enough. We just have to wait for it to trigger. Let me go ahead and add in our fences and our trees. Let's start, yeah, let's start with the fences. So this, unfortunately, does not function as a roundabout because there is no one way. There's no one way with tram lines. So I believe I need to convert the one in the middle as a tram track. So this will now be trams, and then this one will simply be a one-way. Let's see if there's, yeah, these are the only one-way. So now when I do activate the trams, it will have to go through here, which is completely fine. However, I may need to make this just trams only. Okay, let's check out the progress of our thing. And we have uh one more level to go. So if we check the available buildings that we have now, we have this, we have the ocean resort, we have the boat hotel, we got spa, and these are the only three remaining buildings. And I can definitely see myself adding the ocean resort and the boat hotels on this side. So that is what we will be doing in the next episode. Let's see, what are these guys complaining about? I think they're sick. Oh, I believe it's the pollution. Let's take a closer look. Yep, there is. I think this is slowly seeping in. So let's go ahead and replace these with commercial. So I'm going to unfortunately dezone them, and we're just gonna simply replace them with commercial, and that should resolve that issue. Let's check if there are any other things that we need to fix. Let's see. Yeah, so we have immense traffic on this side. I think we just need to do a little bit of road management. So for instance, let's change this road. So I notice from this end, the only way to get to here is through this one. So a lot of vehicles want to enter. Yeah, and this is the only way out. So let's create a different route. Let's put it here. So this is an exit, and then we're gonna make this an entrance only. So what it now does is, if anybody from here wants to exit, they will have to go through here. This will go into that way. So we're gonna see if this will make a difference in the next episode. Meanwhile, let's look at the traffic on this end. As you can see, the traffic here has significantly reduced. There still seems to be a little, but we're gonna see what happens after this one here resolved. Our current traffic flow might be 80 something. Yep, 88, but nothing to worry about. This should be working fine. Yep. And we're gonna design this one or something in the next episode.